Let me tell you the story of a painting. A sacred image not made famous by art critics, but by the hand of heaven itself. This is the journey of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, an icon through which the Virgin Mary chose to pour out grace, healing, and divine protection for centuries. It all began on the island of Crete, sometime in the late 13th century. Painted in the Byzantine style, this holy image of the Blessed Virgin holding the Christ child was believed to be inspired by St. Luke himself. For over 200 years it was venerated quietly until a dark chapter began in 1496. A merchant, greedy for gain, stole the icon and smuggled it across the sea to Rome. But God was watching. The man fell gravely ill, and, on his deathbed, confessed the theft to a fellow merchant, begging him to place the icon in a church, where it would receive the honor it deserved. The friend agreed, but temptation spoke again, this time through his wife. She convinced him to keep it at home. Then came the visitations. The Virgin Mary appeared, pleading and then warning. "Bring it to a church," she said. But the man did not listen. After repeated visits, the Virgin finally declared, "You have not obeyed. You will die, and I will find a more worthy home." And he did die. Then Our Lady appeared to a 6-year-old girl, his daughter, telling her to warn her mother, "You will all die if you do not obey." The mother, shaken, had a similar vision. Still, a neighbor encouraged her to hold on to the icon. The moment she agreed, she was struck by illness. But as soon as she repented and touched the sacred painting, she was healed. The Virgin then told the little girl exactly where the icon must go. To the Church of St. Matthew on Via Miraculous, between the great basilicas of St. John Lateran and Santa Maria Maggiore. And so, on March 27, 1499, the icon was carried in a grand procession through Rome. Thousands came, priests, faithful, pilgrims. Miracles began to happen. Healings, conversions, impossible prayers answered. For 3 centuries, the church overflowed with visitors coming to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. But in 1798, Napoleon's troops invaded. Churches were destroyed, relics lost. The Church of St. Matthew was reduced to rubble. But the icon was saved, hidden away in a small chapel by Augustinian friars, and there it remained, forgotten by most, for over 60 years, all except one friar, old, nearly blind, and full of faith. He told a young altar boy, Michael Marchi, "Never forget this icon. It is miraculous. It must be known again." Years passed. That altar boy became a Redemptorist priest. By divine providence, his order built a church, Street Alphonsus, right on the ruins of old St. Matthew's. Then people understood that this was Our Lady's secret plan. When the priests learned of the painting's history, they went to Pope Pius IX. The Holy Father listened, then gave his blessing, writing with his own hand. It is our wish that the icon of the Blessed Virgin, to what this petition refers, be placed again in the Church of Redeemer, between the churches of St. John, Lateran, and Santa Maria Maggiore, and please make a new frame for it. On April 26, 1866, the icon was carried through the streets once again. A crowd of 20,000 followed her. That very day, miracles began anew. A dying boy was healed as his mother held him by a window while the icon passed. A paralyzed girl regained strength, and later, fully healed, as her mother and she implored, "O Mary, please finish what you have started." And finish, she did. The icon of Our Lady of Perpetual Help now resides in the Church of St. Alphonsus, in Rome. She is known and loved across the world. Let us remember our Heavenly Mother who never forgets those who call upon her.